Okay, so the first thing you want to do is apply your foundation. I used one a little bit darker than my natural skin tone because my skin was very pale when I filmed this because I was like sick for 2 weeks. So I used one a little bit darker, and then you also want to be using one that is full coverage so you can hide any imperfections that you might have. Remember to apply your foundation on your neck and on your ears so everything just blends in seamlessly and nobody can tell the difference between your face color and your neck color, just in case they're kind of off like the foundation I used. Now you're going to use a concealer that is darker than your natural skin tone, and you're going to use this concealer to start shading. So the first place I applied the concealer was on my eyelids and across my lower lash line to look like the eyeshadow that Jafar has on. I'm not even sure if it's exactly eyeshadow or if it's supposed to be a skin tone. I don't know what Disney intended. I assume it's just eyeshadow. So you just apply that, like I said, on your eyelid, blend it up into the crease, and then along your lower lash line. You're then going to use that concealer to start changing your features. If you already have like a face shape like him, you don't really have to do this. I took the concealer and I used it to make the shape of my nose look a little different. So I applied the concealer on the side of the nose to make my nose look wider over there, and I also applied it to the inner corner to make it look slimmer on the top. And then I take the concealer and I apply it along my cheekbone and on the side of my chin near my jaw so I can slim out the face and make it look longer. The reason I use concealer is because it's creamy and you can use your finger to blend it out. It looks more realistic looking than a face paint. With a face paint you can't just blend it out using your finger. You could use eyeshadows if you wanted to. You just got to make sure you have a very nice fluffy blending brush, one that you could really just blend the eyeshadows out so it's not a bunch of harsh lines. So you're going to do a lot of shading with this look around your face, and you're going to also use it to create wrinkles, especially on your forehead. So you can just make a facial expression, the kind of like angry facial expression, and you just kind of follow the wrinkles that are lying naturally on your face, especially like I said, on the forehead. You really wanted to find the crease or wrinkles. It's because it's not really wrinkles, it's just like the creasing that's around your mouth near your nose. You want that to be really defined because Jafar's is very, very defined. So you just use that concealer to do that as well. You can also use a foundation if you want to. If you have a darker foundation, you can use that instead of a concealer. As always, when you shade or contour, you want to highlight. So you're going to take a concealer or foundation that is lighter than your natural skin tone and use that to highlight. You want to highlight near the shading you did and any area you really want to stand out, like the high points on the face. So you can apply that like on the side of the mouth where you created the indent, like you really defined the crease. You can apply that lighter color there and that'll make that stand out even more. And then you can apply the concealer below your eyes where the apples of your cheeks are, but create a triangle in that area to make your face shape look a little bit more like Jafar's. It'll help like elongate it if you create that triangle shape. Make sure you highlight your brow bone and in that area, especially in the inner corner, because that'll help elongate the nose. And then you also want to use that concealer to highlight near the wrinkles, and this will really help the wrinkles stand out. To make my nose look longer than it is and a little bit wider than it is, I highlighted the bridge of my nose and especially the tip of my nose to help like widen that area out. Also apply that color to your lips to cancel out your natural lip color. You don't want your natural lip color showing for this look. Now you're going to take an eyeshadow, brown eyeshadow, more like a medium brown, and you're going to use that on your eyelid and lower lash line. So you're going to basically set the concealer in that area. You have to set it because concealer on your eye is just going to crease. Doesn't matter if you have dry skin or like very oily skin. I've got dry skin, very dry skin, and even on my eyelids it'll crease. Far's eyes are very dark on the lid and the lower lash line, so this helps darken up the concealer as well, which is good for the look. Okay, the next thing you're going to do is you're going to take a black eyeliner or a black eyebrow gel or pomade, it's up to you, and you're going to use that to draw on the eyebrow shape, and you want to make sure there's a very high arch. I basically followed my natural brow shape and just like exaggerated it. I didn't cover up my brows. I'm not good at covering up my brows, and I know a lot of people aren't, so I was like, I'm gonna do it this way and show people you can do it without covering your brows up. And I have very, very dark brows. I mean, my hair is dark, so my brows normally show through when I cover them anyway. So yeah, this is just showing you guys you can do it no matter what your brows look like. If you know how to cover up your brows, more power to you. You can go ahead and do that. Okay, anyways, and then I take that pomade. I used a pomade. Like I said, you can use whatever you want, and start drawing on the mustache, beard, goatee thing that he has going on. As always, you're going to want to reference a picture while you're doing this so you can get it to look exactly like Jafar's. Now, for the actual little beard part or goatee that is like coming off of his face, what I did was use a hair extension and I cut that up. So the first thing I do is take my spirit gum and I apply it to my chin, right below that area. You got to make sure the spirit gum is tacky before you apply any hair to it, otherwise it's not going to stick. So you can check if it's tacky by putting your finger over that area or using the end of a brush and just keep patting the area until the brush starts sticking. Then you know that it is tacky enough. Once it's tacky, I cut the bottom of a hair extension off and I put the hair over the spirit gum, make sure it's sticky enough, and then I let go. The hair extension, I never used it. You can buy cheap hair extension like wefts, I think that's what they're called, at Sally's for really cheap because they don't have the clips in them or anything like that. So you can get it for a really inexpensive price. And there's crepe hair that you can buy, which is made for stage makeup. But yeah, the crepe hair comes kind of curly and you'll have to straighten it out and stuff. If you want to get the whole Jafar curl there is to it, I'm sure there's some way you could do it using gel. I just ended up leaving it like straight like this. After I have the hair on, I use a black face paint to darken up the facial hair a little bit, and then I take that black face paint and I just kind of create a line going through the middle of my mouth to help it be a little bit more defined and also make my mouth look a little more downturned, so it kind of has like a angry, judging expression. And then I go ahead and take a black eyeliner pencil and use that to line my lash line, my waterline. You want your entire eye basically lined with a black eyeliner because Jafar obviously is wearing black eyeliner. Ain't nobody's eyes like naturally that dark. You need to create a wing using black eyeliner, and you want to create a very long wing. So basically a cat eye. You want a very, very, very long wing, and you kind of make it go upward so it helps your eyes look a little bit more almond shaped. Once you've got the face done, you can move on to the body painting. Use a yellow face paint that has a golden tone to it to paint on Jafar's turtleneck. I don't even know if it's exactly a turtleneck, but I'm gonna go with turtleneck. And then after you've done that, you take a black paint and use it to paint the rest of the body. But make sure you leave a clean area of skin in the middle of your chest. You're gonna end up painting that area red. And then after you've done that, you need to highlight the clothes. So you take your brush and you pick up a little bit of white paint. If there's too much on the brush, just kind of apply it somewhere else on your skin to kind of get rid of it. And then you randomly apply strokes to the black paint to highlight it. And then you do the same thing on the turtleneck, but of course you're going to want to use a different brush or clean your brush first so you'd end up getting black on the yellow paint. You can then take your red paint and apply it to the middle of the chest, like I said. So there's the line there. I don't know if it's a zipper or exactly what it is. And then you take a black eyeshadow and you use it to shade. You can create wrinkles on top of the black face paint, and then you want to shade where the robe, I don't know if it's a robe, but we'll call it a robe, where the robe and the turtleneck meet, so you can see a difference between the two. So it looks like the robe is lying on top of the turtleneck rather than it's just like one thing and it's just all painted and blended in together. So that's it for the tutorial. Make sure to check out the other villains I've done in this series. Also, I started a new channel that would have tutorials on it and more talking videos. My first video is up and you can see it on the left right now. Check it out if you want to learn how to create the piranha plants from Mario out of perler beads. I will see you guys next time. Take care. Bye.